Hey, greetings from Atlanta. Ed Donahue, reaching out to you. Excuse the dress. I'm trying to burn a vacation day. I'm actually in the office, but I'm burning a vacation day today. What I wanted to share with you is something just real quick. Had the opportunity to listen a couple times, actually three times. I've listened to the podcast that Victor Antonio put out where he interviewed Kevin Dorsey, a guy who's been in sales for quite a while, and I just found some real value in it. And what I would recommend that y'all do is to go out and pick up that podcast. Yeah, it's a bit lengthy. It's 40 minutes, but I think it'll be time well spent for all of us. But one of the biggest takeaways that I got from the video was talking about intentional practice, right? How hard are we practicing our craft? And kind of if they woke me up at 2 a.m. in the morning on a Saturday night after maybe being half in the bag that evening, would I be able to kind of spit or spin, just kind of muscle memory, things that are important to how we convert and sell business. Residentially, we'd be talking maybe about a rack close, how you use the deferred billing. But this talk, I just want to focus on commercial. And, if I woke you up at 2 a.m. in the morning and you're maybe half in the bag, would you spit fluidly our triple guarantee? And I think it's a real difference maker. You guys have seen some videos I've done on that before. I'll link a couple up in your group meets later. But there are a couple of regions that are doing some challenges. Kind of, Marty Cotter up in Michigan started kind of the ice bucket challenge for his RAC close, and then Phil Holzapple, the RSM down in North Florida, put one up this morning that kind of prompted me to shoot this video for you, or this quick little chat. And he asked his guys to spin their triple guarantee. So, they're taking turns, and how they're doing it is, one guy gets a whack at it, and then he calls out the next person to, and then it's their turn. So they're having some fun. They're kind of gamifying their training because, at the end of the day, intentional practice with purpose is really what separates us. The really good folks practice intentionally to get better. The folks that are just out there kind of just bumping along, they end up practicing with prospects, which, as Victor has said over and over again, that's just sinful to practice with the prospect. So I guess, kind of putting my money where my mouth is, I guess I should do that. And I'm going to go first, and then I'm going to spread this around a lot of group meets. So I'm not going to shout anybody out at the end of the video, but I will ask you to step up to the plate. And if you step up to the plate, and you're one of the first 5 in your region to post your own video up there, I will send you a $25 electronic Amazon gift card over the next couple of days. So there's the challenge. So let's talk triple guarantee. So, again, status quo I think is a bigger hurdle than price. So let's talk about how we use this piece of paper, our triple guarantee, to overcome that status quo. So first and foremost, we'll just go into a live role play. Basically, solutions all make sense to you. Everything kind of ticks and ties. You kind of see what we're trying to do and how our approach may be of some assistance to you. And the customer says, yeah. Well, here's the cool thing. Here's the thing that, the only thing we've got left to talk about, Mr. Customer, is, how much this is going to cost. But I think before I get into that and lay out some options for you on how we can attack this problem or kind of tie some dollars to the solutions I've shared with you, I really wanted to talk about how we back up our work, kind of where we put our money where our mouth is. And really it's kind of 3 stages. We call it, in-house our triple guarantee. And basically, how I'll break it down into some sections for you. And the first one is our 224 response guarantee. And basically, in the unlikely event that something happens in between the regular scheduled services that we'll have for you, something happens in between. Let's say you get a flare-up of ants, back in the break room or something along that line. What we promise you that when you call, your cry for help, much like we kind of consider ourselves a fireman. When you need us, we better respond. And here's how we do it at Orkin. It's that 224. You make your call in, you make your request in to get some additional service between your regular scheduled visits, and we will respond to you within 2 hours. You get a phone call return. We'll work out the logistics of getting our technician or one of our folks back to reservice the facility. And the cool thing about that is we guarantee to be on site within 24 hours. So that's kind of that cry for help. Something, again, in the unlikely event you get a flare up in between services, we're going to respond that quick. You're going to call, we're going to get back to you within 2 hours, we're going to physically be on site. So that's the first step of the guarantee. Kind of a little bit unusual based on what you've shared. You're not getting that right now, so that's kind of a little feather in our cap. The other thing, the next stage or the second phase of our triple guarantee, step two, is a reimbursement. As you sit here in your restaurant, you're trying to get yourself back on board, with 50% occupancy, trying to get back in the game of making money and putting your folks to work and making some profit. The last thing you want is to have a bad reputation or get a bad review. So what we do for that, so let's say that one of your clients, one of your guests sees a roach or a rat while they're in dining at your facility. We're gonna basically, we're gonna own that. If after 60 days, we've been in service, you've given us 60 days that we can come in there and get everything squared away. After 60 days, we're gonna come in and we're gonna fix those problems for you. In the unlikely event that one of your customers sees a rat or a roach, we are going to do something kind of unheard of in the industry. We're going to pick that tab up for that customer and actually send a letter back to them that says, hey, we're sorry for what happened. We own it. It's not you. The restaurant's fault. It's the pest control guy's fault. So that's the second stage of the guarantee, is that complete reimbursement on the unlikely event that something crazy happens. So that's the first thing, and so that's the second stage of the guarantee, the reimbursement. You get a problem, you don't worry about it. You can be very confident in telling that customer that I'm going to pick up that check. We're very sorry about that. So we got your back there. So we show up on time. We show up in a timely manner. 224. If you do have a problem, one of your guests has a sighting, we're going to pick up their tab and invite them back, at kind of our cost. So the third part of the guarantee, I think, is the most important. You're sitting there, you've had the same company for 5 years now, you told me, right? And you're not really sure the level of satisfaction that you've got. It just hasn't been a problem. So we realized a long time ago at Orkin that status quo is kind of something that gets in the way, right? It's difficult to change. Folks don't like to change vendors. You probably got 40 or 50 vendors that you deal with on a regular basis. And my guess is you don't change them on a regular basis. You change them only when you need to. So we've uncovered a couple of things. And you're sitting there thinking, well, is the Orkin guy or the Orkin folks going to be better than who I have right now? And again, I called you. We reached out to you to come in and do an inspection. We uncovered a few things. But it wasn't like you were coming screaming to us saying, hey, I got to fire who I have. So here's how we handle that. I think it's the coolest part of our guarantee. We simply tell you that come over to us. Give us a chance. We are so confident in the work that Tim Lamont, our commercial technician that's been with us for 20 years, that's going to service your location for Orkin and build that partnership with you. We are so confident in the work that Tim's going to do for you that if after 60 days you aren't completely satisfied with our service and the service that Tim provides, or the results of that service after 60 days, we're going to do something unheard of in the industry. We are going to give you all of your money back. We'll even give you another 60 days of free service if that's what you choose. And at the end of the day, if we can't make you happy, Mr. Customer, we're simply going to do this. We're going to give you your money back, and we will pick up the tab for you to bring Ecolab back in. That's the kind of guarantee, hopefully, that you're looking for, that you would expect from a company like Orkin, really essentially putting our money where our mouth is. There's only a couple things, so let's get to the fine print. Everybody wants to know about the fine print in the guarantee. The only thing you have to do on your part is, number one, we expect you to pay your bill. Imagine that, right? You got to pay your bill. You got to be current with your bill for our guarantees, any of the 3 guarantees to kick in. And the other thing you need to do, we shared a lot of things where we're trying to build a partnership. Some of that work that, I kind of pointed out with some of the pictures I sent, or some of the pictures I shared with you about all that, kind of that clutter that's behind that 3-compartment sink that making it tough to, potential harborage areas that are back in there that we really need your help with. And that one big hole that we found back through that concrete block door kind of coming in off the dumpster. We need you to fix those things. So again, you do your part. You cooperate and you really create that partnership with us, then we got it. We own it. If you're not completely satisfied after 60 days with the service or the results that service renders, we give you all your money back, and we will in fact pay to bring the other company back in. Make some sense? Isn't that the kind of company you would like to do business with? Isn't that the kind of thing you would expect from a company like Orkin? Great. Thanks. Yeah, I thought you'd see it that way. Now, the only thing we've got to do is kind of share the options. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to lay out all the different, the 3 different options we've got on how to approach this service for your facility. So that's it. Appreciate it. Thank you. So there is my crack at the triple guarantee. Obviously, this isn't what I do every day. It's not practiced, but I saw Scott Engren down in the North Florida, one of the account managers down there, one of the successful guys, post his video up, and I said, I'm just going to challenge myself to practice and again, with intention to be perfect and not waste my time practicing and waste an opportunity by practicing my spin, my triple guarantee spin with customers. Again, sinful. You shouldn't be doing that. So practice, practice, practice. So I'm going to shout somebody out right now. Thank you.